Live now?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, everybody? How we doing tonight? Welcome to another Global Ghost Hunt event. This one's going to be a little bit different than the other ones. It's not going to be your classic investigation. Well, right now at least. Later on, it will be. So, part of the Global Ghost Hunt is obviously the locations. That is something that Brian, myself, and the other admin staff feel very strongly about. So tonight, I'm here with a very special guest, none other than Mr. Howard Petrie from Paranormal Swamp Talk, and joining us is Troy and of course Jackie, always the Swamp Witch. They're behind the camera, and of course y'all know the Wicked Queen. She's our camera person. This isn't magic, guys. She is right here. But I, I couldn't think of anybody better to showcase a location than Howard. So Howard loves the city. He knows a lot of people. A little bit of noise, little contamination.
I smell the ganja.
He's not wrong. But we are actually right outside of Voodoo Authentica, which we will be investigating tonight. You guys are in for a treat. There's a lot of trigger objects there. There's a lot of history there. But for right now, I'm going to turn it over to Howard so he can tell you a little bit about where we're at, the street we're on, the history, and if time permitting, there's actually a boot parade. There's a boot parade. So there's a lot of people, a lot of fun, a lot of energy. So I'm excited. So Howard, where are we at, brother?
We on actually in French Quarter off of the main street. This is probably one of the most historic, most active streets that you can probably find in French Quarter. During we had of course we had cholera outbreaks and things of that nature. This was at one time a cobblestone street. And it just matter of fact, you can see some of it, but if you ain't hit a pothole in the wall, then you're not doing the right job. There used to be a cobblestone street when they had the cholera outbreak. Actually, they had so many people that died here that they didn't know what to do with them. So what they did was they actually stacked their bodies up in the middle of the street, just like they would do firewood. And what it is right behind this is about 500 yards away is the mouth of was the Mississippi River Bridge, and they would take the bodies and put them on the barges and float them out. We have that here. The location that we're at is actually was a boarding school at one time. And New Orleans is actually caught on fire twice, not once, not caught on fire. We're not Chicago. We're better than Chicago. Okay, we caught on fire twice. Okay, I mean that's two. You get a 2-for-1 here. Anyway, this was a boarding school here at one time for boys, and it was ran by nuns. And the second fire, when it did catch on fire here, it had a nun, a certain, I forgot her name. I'll get that information later for y'all. But she would run back and forth into the boarding school and try to rescue as many people as, boys as she possibly can. And then she's, of course, succumbed to the fire. She's known to haunt this place. I've done investigations here a couple of times before where I've heard children crying in the place. I mean, walk up about a foot and a half, 2 foot away from the spot and hear that verbally and that acting. Well, we've caught shadow figures, we've caught orbs, we've caught just about anything and everything you could possibly catch in this place. This whole street, there's sale signs up and down this street. And one of the things you have to disclose is if the location is haunted. And of course, when they have a sale sign up, it tells you right underneath it, haunted location. It's haunted. It's haunted. This whole street it's nothing but haunted. I mean, it's day and night. You can come here any time of day and night. You'll get it. A couple of places that we're going to try to walk and show y'all is the Lalaurie Mansion. We're going to take we'll walk past that. Jean Lafitte's blacksmith shop. We're also not too far, about 2 blocks away from the Ursuline Convent, where that's said to be New Orleans has a lure of vampires, vampirism. There was an old story where a couple of years back, they had some vagrants that broke into the convent, and they found their bodies, and there was no blood in their bodies whatsoever. That's, like I said, it's a lure. But of course, with every legend, there's got to be a little bit of fact behind it. I'm going to show you that place there, and it's bricked up pretty much. The walls are pretty much it's cinder block walls. But back before Katrina, Right after the storm of Katrina, you used to have a wrought iron fence that used to actually enclose their slime content. Well, since Katrina destroyed all that fencing, what they had to do is they ripped all that old fencing out, and when they would, you know, pulling up the fence because they were in the ground, they ran across multiple bodies of infants. Um, and I mean, when I say multiples, I'm saying like 150, 200 infant children that was buried off this wall. So that's what you had along that wall there. So sometimes when you walk into the French Quarter, you walk past that, you actually hear babies crying. So you can actually hear that kind of stuff going on here. Let's see. Well, there's one place we wanted to actually go and show y'all, and it's going to be the Curiosity Shop.
Why does that sound dangerous?
Well, there's also they had the pharmacy. I had to try to find out where the exact location of the pharmacy. I've been there once, and it's very active. There's not a place in the walls that you can't get a rock. There's not a storage rock. Everything's got a storage rock. Every location, pretty much. It's got its own little spookle spectrum. Something's going on with that, some kind of activity. One of the places also is the temple. This place here, there used to be a sheep. It was his brother that came into the walls. He claimed to be the sheep, and he was in all kind of sexual things. I mean, this thing, if he was a person walking down the street like this, gentleman walking right past us. If they liked him, they snatched him off the street and they brought him in. And he was a slave. So the sheik actually had found out about this, and he sent assassins here, and they killed everybody that was in the building, plus people who were just walking past the building. There was so much blood, they said, it was just poured into the streets out of this building. To this day, there's still body parts buried in the courtyard. So there's a lot of history, a lot of freaking history.
Yeah. Well, before we continue, I was requested about doing a couple of shout outs real quick. First of all, I have to shout out my crew back in Danville. I had to. They asked me. Sorry. Wendy's crew in Danville. So how you guys doing? Don't destroy my store. And also, I want to let everybody know that coming to New Orleans is really cool because the people here are just honestly so friendly. Like you talk about Southern hospitality. Some of the people that we've encountered have just been amazing. So, guys, I highly suggest coming down here and obviously look up Paranormal Swamp. Check these guys out. Check out Howard and Jackie. They'll show you one hell of a time. They're gonna have some fun with you. That was haunted. You got to possess.
No, he's what we call where I work is a schizophrenic.
Yeah.
A very low functioning schizophrenic and belongs in a mental hospital.
But I was talking to that pole, so there's got to be something wrong with that pole.
Hey, you never know.
He told me.
But I also want to shout out you guys in the audience. You guys have been phenomenal. We've seen some amazing teams.
Oh, you guys had a pirate friend. There's a guy that walked behind me and he got in the video. Kara said pirate friend.
Oh,
What the hell?
Oh, that's copyright music. Can't play that. Copyright. One sec. Technical problem.
Yes, mother.
Mother. My mother-in-law.
You didn't send her the link like I told you to. To Global Ghost Hunt on Facebook. No.
All right. Well, kind of in the middle of the live now.
We're in the middle of the live now. Hold on. I'll have Matt send you the link. He'll do that.
I'll send it here in a second.
We'll send it here in a second to you on Facebook to get to that Global Ghost Hunt page.
See, another proof, guys, why we don't script these. See, this is exactly why.
Love you.
But I want to say thank you to all the audience personally because you guys have been phenomenal. We've had some great teams, great locations, all the shares, the views. We really appreciate it. I know the teams appreciate it too. And again, this isn't for the Global Ghost Hunt admin staff or for Brian or for Parapost. This is for you and the teams and the locations. So let's keep that in mind as we continue on these next couple of days here. But let's move on. I got to get that link apparently to my mother-in-law.
Otherwise, she's going to call me again.
Probably.
She's going to call me again, and she's going to be even. She wasn't upset, but she's going to be a little bit more upset because she really wants to see it.
Well, you know, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, my mother's going to kill you.
Yeah, probably. So, all right, brother. Shall we? Let's go ahead and
let's take a walk. Let's take a walk. You're going to see a lot of costumes and stuff today. Today is the boot parade, which I wasn't aware of till today. That's why it took so long to get on today, because finding a parking spot. Right now, charters. But we're not going to get too close because Mackenzie has a fear of a lot of people. And I mean, it's packed up there right now, so she's going to really freak out when she gets up there. She's really going to be touched by. So we're going to probably stay off the back streets a little bit. I mean, you can find all kinds of nice stuff here.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
something nice you can wear to the bedroom.
I'll wear that.
There, everybody heard it. Matt will wear the.
I'm not normal. All right, so I tagged your mom in it for some reason. Oh wait, I just sent her the message.
Yeah, you should be able to send it to her.
Okay.
Pretty good to me. I didn't know. They might be close. That's what my hair across the street.
They don't. It don't look like anybody's in there.
Sent to my mother.
Yeah.
I can't take pictures. That's all right. What's it called? Dark matter.
There's the sign.
I mean, they got like stuff that one fine. Crazy shit like that. It's awesome. You know, this is more like the art district, if you say. You got a bunch of galleries and stuff. Actually, you ever heard of Blue Dog? Blue Dog is right around the corner.
Oh, that must be the statue we saw.
Probably.
It was that blue dog statue right there. Yeah. Okay.
Look at the bottom of the rock in this text. Tells you exactly where you're going.
That one doesn't say anything.
No, that says that.
Uh-oh. Bookstore.
There's another one.
Oh yeah. You can.
Now you're actually walking into where Jackson Square. You have a seance there to plan Fear Fest. Restaurant. And this is right part of the restaurant.
So I don't know if anybody can hear Howard. There's a lot of background noise. So there is a restaurant across the street. He said they were gonna have a seance there for Fear Fest, but ended up for whatever reason not.
We're coming up on St. Anne. So if you're familiar with New Orleans, you know what St. Anne is. Hey, it's the place to be, I guess.
Oh, I just thought that was one of those vagrants trying to.
Oh no.
They're out here just yelling. You know, I will say this though about New Orleans, Howard. Like I lived in San Diego for 9 years, and you guys don't have the litter and the trash.
Here you'll find a lot of soothsayers, you'll find a lot of psychics, a lot of mediums, artists. They have a lot of vocal artists who show you off their art and their talent. Right behind us is actually the St. Louis Cathedral.
Okay.
And on the other side of St. Louis Cathedral is what they call the Pirates Alley. And it's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on in the It's a lot of time. Strong park way down here in the street.
Sorry guys again about the noise. We know, we're trying to get the best audio quality for you guys, but obviously with as many people that are here, it is very difficult. So we do apologize. We don't hear anything. If you do have any questions, again, look up the paranormal swamp investigation. I'm a little too excited. This guy, look up Howard, and he'll be more than happy to answer any questions. And if he doesn't know, he will make something up and make it sound right, or he'll ask Jack.
I'll make that shit up. Right, Jack? See, there's a lot of tours going around here, paranormal tours and stuff.
Oh, here you go. That was, he said during Katrina. Hard to see, guys.
Right there.
I see we have a troll in the audience. That's awesome.
Huh?
We have a troll in the audience. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
He's right sitting there. The same tour guide, he's telling you, hey, paying for that. I'm giving y'all for free.
Hey, there you go. And you're just telling a small group. You're telling the world.
I'm telling everybody.
You're telling the globe.
If you turn around to your left, there's Jackson Square where Andrew Jackson's statue is.
Let's not interfere with that.
Eclipse, you'll see the voodoo store later.
Is there?
Eclipse Paranormal.
Oh, Jen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll see the
actually
voodoo
here.
store later.
So, guys, we are doing a two-part for the World Ghost Hunt. This first one is just a walk around of New Orleans to introduce you guys to the city, tell you a little bit of history, have some fun. Because obviously this area is so full of paranormal experiences and history that to just do it in a 2-hour time frame would not do it justice, which is one reason why Howard's here.
Yeah. Actually, see that building right here we just passed up? That's actually a story behind that building where there was a plantation owner that used to own that. That was actually an apartment, and he actually owned it. And back then, you didn't have mixed marriages or anything of that nature. And his wife passed away, so his mistress, because that's what they would do, they would put their mistresses up in apartments. And she was Creole descent. She was a mix. She was half white, half black. And so she thought she was going to be able to marry him. You know, that's going to be my man. You know, but that wasn't. He just didn't do that.
Go back away. So there was some kind of church service or wedding or something like that. So we're just gonna get them their space.
It looks like a wedding.
Yeah, you might be able to see him in the wrong way. See how the priests come walking out?
See how it should be.
That's only in the front.
Howard and Matt, stand closer so we can hear you better. I honestly, I don't know. It just popped up.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's gonna help, to be honest.
Oh, it's Brian. Yeah, we're trying, brother. We're trying. There is a lot of background noise, so we're doing our best.
We'll get back to that story. Back then, you just didn't have mixed marriages. So she kept pressuring him to get married. So they didn't. He was sitting one night, he was drinking some brandy with one of his friends and smoking cigars. Back in the day, that's what they did. And she kept pressuring him. He said, well, this is in February, one of probably the coldest times of year in New Orleans. And it's especially when it's raining, it really, the humidity is just bad. It really gets bone chilling. And he said, well, if you want me to marry you, prove your love to me, get up on top of that chimney stack on the roof and stay overnight. Well, he thought, no way, this is one of the coldest nights of the year. This is not going to happen. She went up there. Well, the next morning he woke up, they were drunk and everything from the brandy and the cigars, and couldn't find her. She wasn't in her bed. He slept there. So he said, oh, God, I hope she didn't, go stay up there. Well, needless to say, he got up there and he saw her. She was clutched up against the fireplace up there. And she froze to death. He brought her downstairs and put her in the bed, trying to revive her, and she was gone. She froze to death. So every year, at that time of the year, you can see her ghost. She actually goes up there by the fireplace and she sits up there naked. And then certain times of the year, also from that second balcony, you could smell the strong cigar smoke because after she passed away, he sold his plantation. He moved into that apartment. He stayed there. He just sat off that balcony, just smoking his cigars constantly off that balcony. So that's what happened right there at that particular place. Walk back in.
I think everybody.
Yeah, that was mass, probably.
Oh yeah, that might have been it. Oh wait, no, they're going in. I don't know what they're doing. All right, so something was happening here at the church. Don't know what it was.
What we call Pirates Alley.
Okay, Pirates Alley, folks.
It's right on the other side of Henry Jackson's Islands, the river, Mississippi River. Which we had shown people back in the pirates. And this is where they would actually, if you ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yep.
you would see where they would congregate. They had that certain place, I've got
Tortuga.
Tortuga,
Yeah.
This is Tortuga here.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, in the back of the courtyard, there's a story behind that as well. This is where certain times at night, the hardwood of the hard shoes, they're made out of wood back then. Walking on this cobblestone, you go over and see the actual cobblestone back from the 1700s still here.
Liz is saying hi. Jen says such a sad story about the lady on the roof.
Yeah, and that's the thing, folks, about New Orleans and also really any of these locations. We hear about all of the paranormal experiences that happen, but never the reasons why. And that's what I really love about, and that's one reason why I wanted Howard here, because he knows a lot. Okay, I'm going up here now. I'm getting pushed. So
Well, you're like talking, but you're out of camera frame, so like nobody can see you. They can only hear your voice.
nobody wants to see me.
And they got a good place where you can get your tassels at for your nipples down.
Brian, you want one?
Laughing.
Brian, you get one for Mister, right?
Get one for nipples.
There you go. You know we love you, Brian. You know we love you, Brian. Which, by the way, folks, Brian, Mr. Parapost, he's actually backstage right now, monitoring the live, making sure everything looks good. So
He says yes, please.
oh, he said yes, and there you go. But guys, what you guys probably don't know in the audience is a lot of times for the Gulf Coast Hunt, Brian, myself, we are usually backstage for all these investigations, and it takes a lot of time and energy to do the thumbnails and the videos. So a huge shout out to Brian for all of this. So
Right now, you can actually, when you're walking through this area at night, imagine walking through here about 2 o'clock in the morning. There's not a soul during the week. And you have that mist coming off you. And this is the only thing you hear is like something walking behind you. Old shoes. You know, that clapping. And this is what this is. This is what the same slate that they use. This has been here since the 1700s. Hearing that walking behind you. Now, right here, this is the courtyard. This is the backside of the church. And last time when you walk down that street over here, you see the silhouette, and it looks like Jesus is making a touchdown. So
I got it. It's nothing.
it's like this. He's like this, and then actually the silhouette's quite beautiful. But
It's gonna fall out. Get rid of that.
all right.
but back then, you had people that used to fight for their honor type thing. They would what they call duel to the death. This is where they were actually duel to the death. You can hear sometimes clanging of swords, pistol shot in here, and there's nobody in there. It's fenced off. It belongs to the church.
This was all church property back
There's
then,
all church property.
and
That's
the
where
church would allow that.
Yes, they can do that. What they do, they can do it in the street, and they just rather do it on sacred ground.
I mean, given the choice, yeah, I could see it, but you would assume that the church wouldn't want to have, bloodshed. I mean, honor or not, you know what I mean?
I mean,
Wow.
back then that you had nothing but pirates. Louisiana, still to this day, and I'll go on record saying this, it's about corrupt. Being honest with you, I mean, to this day, you pretty much, if you got the money and you know people, you do what the hell you want.
We need Johnny Depp here. That's what we need. We need Cat and Jack. I think they, yeah. The Wicked Queen is shaking her head. Yes.
Jackie don't give a fuck. She's over there just.
So you know,
For our wedding when Jackie and I got married. She came up with Ryan Jones and all. Off to your left. You see the bustiers. You see the.
Look at them legs.
They got some stuff
Like-
in there.
Oh, Scotty, look at them legs. bud.
Legs.
This is where you get your nipple tassels at. Brian. This is where you order your nipple tassels.
And apparently they do online ordering, Brian. So
Look at that one in the window. Is that sheer enough for you or what? That's what I'm talking about.
you know that's what we should do for Scotty for Christmas. Just get him a leg.
Give him a leg, like a leg lamp.
Yeah, give him a leg lamp.
He might break the lamp. Just get him some mannequins. You're fine. You're fine. Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Jackie.
Jackie, now can't you see Howard in that for you?
I can see how. It is pretty, she said.
So now where are we at?
This is going to be coming up on St. Peter's. If you go this house of supermarket on the right hand side, you go down that road, you go to the world famous Parapost.
Okay.
Now, if we go back the other way, we can hit John Lafitte's, Lorelei, the Lori Mansion,
Well,
and Ursula.
you're the tour guide, brother.
So we can go this way, but I don't know if she's going to want to go down that way because it's a lot of foot traffic.
Ah, okay.
You're a block away from Bourbon Street.
Okay.
You're
yeah,
a block away from Bourbon, baby. Well, Paddle Brian's down at the end.
Alright, so I know she wanted to see the Lori Mansion. Which way is that? Alright, so
You want to go to you want to go to traffic.
Oh, deal.
you be alright?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go up. Oh, okay. Stop back there.
You want to go now?
I'm over on the left. So there is a lot of tight spaces in here, folks. It's not like a huge sidewalk, but the architecture alone is makes it worth it, you know?
Not Spanish. Spanish influence.
Oh, look, it's my type of pizza right there. Fat Boy's Pizza, eh? There you go. Pat O'Brien. That's a finger. Oh, that's that. Those can't drink.
On the history tours.
Oh, hello,
So that way I gotta walk y'all around this place to tell y'all where every damn thing is.
So what Howard's neglecting to tell you is we're actually live right now on a 10-day event, the Global Ghost Hunt. So if you want, you can say hi to everybody, let everybody know who you are.
That's new one or what? When y'all want to come do the corner history tour, just come see Sidney Smith. You see him on our logos and everything on our pages. They sponsor us and everything. And These are the people you want to come talk to. They know the ins and outs of the city.
Very nice.
We go every day, guys, 7 days a week, rain or shine. Come and holler whenever you're ready.
So how long you guys been doing this?
Oh, Haunted History has been here for 30 years. 30 years. Myself, I've been in the company for 13 years.
Still, that's impressive.
I just came aboard after the pandemic, so which is nice. Haunted History is practically beginning. Haunted History.
Now, can they book online? Do you guys have like a Facebook?
Absolutely, we do have a website, and we have Facebook. Do you see the apothecary or Finnegan's? All right,
So check them out, guys. Again, Haunted History Stores. Give them a check out on Facebook.
That's me.
Look them up on Google, I guess.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. We've been here long enough now. Come on live, so I'm curious. Sometimes we don't. Yes.
I noticed that.
Emily?
We got the boot parade right now.
Okay, so this is just a double booking?
All right, so we can.
Oh, good to meet you.
Come on, Miss Wall.
Have a great
Have a great night.
What's our next tour? About 7?
6 o'clock. We're going out right now. Yeah.
Have fun.
There you go. Hey, bud. Again, that's what the Global Ghost Hunt's about, promoting all these businesses and these entrepreneurs and these locations, not just for the teens and the paranormal sense, it's for everything.
Is there any haunted hotels?
Haunted hotels. I don't know if you guys can hear, there is a lot of background noise, but Howard's saying that pretty much all of them are haunted.
The world famous Bourbon Street. You're gonna be on the city dark side of everything. We're gonna get you in the titty bars. You're gonna get you everything's on.
So everybody listening in, we're gonna kind of walk through this. You may not hear us because obviously it is Bourbon Street. There's a lot going on.
I know what I'm doing.
I know you don't. All right. Sorry, folks. There was a lot of not so family-friendly stuff back there. We had to drop the camera a little bit.
Well, I've also dropped the camera to not get people's faces. I don't want anybody coming up and trying to punch me in the face.
Okay. All right. Oh, Jesus. There you go. Hey, Valerie. No, we will be investigating a little bit later on this evening at midnight Eastern time. We will be investigating Voodoo Authentica. So make sure you check that out. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. Brad Pitt lives around here. Oh, they could have a wedding. Always a party, folks. Always a party.
Coming up to St.
You know you ain't so big. You tall. Young was man. Rock the top. One the tree
Straight. All right. Again, folks, we apologize for not saying too much. There is a festival going on right now. There's a food parade, so it's a party tonight. And Howard said that the food parade is basically a Halloween Mardi Gras parade. Party Gras, as he called it. So, and again, we will be investigating later on tonight. This first part of the Ghost Hunt for us is about showing off the city, the haunted locations, because, you know, we see one location, but, you know, you guys know me by now. I don't do just minor little things. I take it a step further. And obviously I have to do it with Howard.
Yeah, and what Brian said is right. Some things can't be shown on camera. I'm also trying to not point in people's faces because I don't want to get punched in the face.
Yeah, there was some, let's just say, adult themed stuff in that area, so we were trying to keep the camera on the low side. You can just enjoy the music, listen, hang out.
Also drinking and people.
Yeah, and stuff that we don't want to promote. But yeah, at the end.
That's going to be Jonathan's blacksmith shop.
Okay.
When we're on the barroom's probably, you know, I know you. Sorry, man. That's good. This is where they believe that they actually is gold is still buried in there because they never tore down this place. The place has never been refurbished or anything. It still has its original walls and everything. It was a blacksmith shop. It was a fort in John Lafitte. His brother was running the blacksmith shop and he was southern.
I don't know if you wanted to come to the Boo Parade, Mom. There's a lot of people.
My mom's in it.
Yeah, she said, I wish I could have been there.
They got more people than that. It ain't picked up.
Yeah, there's a lot more people coming too.
I'm gonna get one.
All right, Howard. So now where we ended up at?
Right back this way. That's the domain. That's where we have one here.
Okay.
I think that's where. Come back to that. We'll circle back around. That's where the Sultan's palace is. Okay. This is a full functioning bar.
Yeah, Mom, Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street is going to be bad to the point where you can't walk through it.
This is the lower end.
This is the part where there's not a whole lot of bars.
We just went through the party side of it.
Yeah, we went through the party part.
We're trying to be
on the pizza blacksmith.
Someone's dressed as the Cheshire Cat.
What?
Someone's dressed as the Cheshire Cat.
I didn't.
Ears, tail, and
Oh, I see him up there.
he's got the little wrist puffs too. That's the blacksmith shop.
I was actually forward to the backpack. It's all one big old bar room. How we do it in these drink out
You gonna tear that building down? Nope, we're gonna turn it into a bar. All right. Oh, I see.
That's all we do. How do you actually do it? We've seen this here by the fireplace on the street. The big boat is still
Yeah,
buried.
the cemetery is located. I think you're at the center of the castle.
Oh, the cemeteries are on the outside of the city. We actually went to one. We took some pictures and stuff like that. But there are some cemeteries just not in the main center of town. And like Howard said, and like Howard said, back on the one street, the bodies were actually buried in the street. So if you think about it, the street's a cemetery by itself.
I'm going to see the memorial.
Okay, for those who didn't hear, Howard said we will be going to the LaLaurie Mansion. I know that's on a lot of people's bucket list. I wish we could get in, but it is what it is. But Voodoo Authentica, from what Howard's told me, is going to be a whole new level of investigation for the wicked.
We're not that far away from it. Let's see, we're a couple blocks away.
You weren't lying, brother. You can't walk anywhere without a piece of history.
They're showing us something else.
Yeah.
Outside.
Oh, they are. Oh. Okay. That's a piece of lore I did not know.
How old's New Orleans? Long ass tower.
17.
1718.
All the declarations even signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, look up here, guys. Can you imagine sitting up there? Down this way?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Jackie and.
They'll get there.
So most of these places have our actual residents, correct? Yes. So people still live down in here, folks.
I mean, we just passed like 4 places that were for rent on Bourbon.
Yeah. So even better, folks, you can find a place to rent, like a vacation rental, and investigate at the same time. There you go. Well, Brian said you wanted to move. There you go, Brian. Right there. There's your new house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
Jackie?
it's 12 Eastern time.
What's that?
Somebody asked, investigating at 12 Eastern time or which time zone?
Yes, it'll be 12 o'clock Eastern, so midnight. Technically tomorrow morning, but tonight. And we will be investigating Voodoo Authentica. And from what Howard told me, it's not going to let disappoint at all. Again, folks, if you're looking for an investigation, we're doing something a little different. Again, Global Ghost Hunt is not just about the investigations and just the teams. It's about the locations. And you can't investigate one spot in New Orleans and not talk about the entire city, because as Howard told me before, it's all connected. So again, I wanted to showcase Mackenzie, and I wanted to showcase the city itself. And again, who has a better passion for the city than Howard?
I love the city. Matter of fact, if you look down here, you see the guy here, he's doing a tour. Right across the street is there.
That's where the convent is.
I mean, it's still owned by the Archdiocese, but nobody's there.
Okay.
This is where they had
Yeah.
They actually got in there to keep warm, and they found the bodies and they no blood. And this is also where they did all the cinder block walls.
Yeah.
That was all wrought iron, and that's where all the babies were on their block.
Huh.
Because unwed mothers back then, it was uncalled for.
Yeah.
And they wanted to get rid of their babies, and adoption wasn't an option.
So now, does the city hold records for all this, or how do they just word of mouth? Or?
They dug up the bodies.
Oh, they actually found them.
They found the body.
Oh, well, that's, you don't get more credible evidence than that.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
What's that?
They can't hear Howard or you very well.
Yeah, again, folks, we do apologize. This is an outside setting. There are a lot of people around. There is a parade going on this evening. So Howard and I are doing our best. We do apologize. But again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to Howard at Paranormal Swamp Investigations. Or you can do, what is it, the Paranormal Haunted History Tours? Is that the one, Howard, your buddy? Them? Okay. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
This one or that one?
That big one right here.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Big brick one right there. Oh, and Brian, before you get on me about an external microphone, we tried. I did try. At least I have good lighting, Raymond.
No, the convent's right there.
Yeah.
That one there.
They're saving parking God.
Take all of those slaves away, so you cannot buy them.
All right, so this one right here. So this is the Lord Mansion, folks. So for those who don't know, Howard, a little history about Lord Howard.
She was a wicked bitch.
Okay.
She was a mean bitch. I'm gonna be honest with you. She would take her slaves and she would mutilate them. She would buy slaves, but no slaves would never come out. And she was always getting slaves. They had a fire that broke out, and it was caused by the cook. She was actually chained to the stove, and she wanted to get free. One way or the other, she was going to be free. So that's what happened. She caught the place on fire. The brigade came in, the fire brigade came in, And when they entered the place, they said it was just mass, looked like a horror show. Uh, they had ran across one slave that was pinned up against the wall, and face was completely eaten up by maggots. And they figured he was a goner. He was moaning still. He was still alive. She would take her slaves and break their bones and put them in disformed kind of positions, like crab-like positions. She would take and bathe in their blood. Actually, there's a story. There's one room. Once we walk around, see there's another turnaround over there too. You look around. There's a room that's blocked off. There was a young girl that actually she was combing her hair, and she came across a knot and pulled the knot. When she pulled the knot, Laurie said, "Fuck you," and threw her out the window from the third story.
Yeah, it doesn't look that high, folks, but you're talking a good almost 30 feet.
Since then, they blocked that window off. They actually fenced around this side here.
No, you're fine. You're fine. My camera witch needed a picture.
She fled. When she came in, there's a carriage doors on the back side.
Okay.
She fled. She fled over to the North Shore where we live. And that way? Yeah, she fled because she
went over to the North Shore.
Yeah, Mandeville.
Oh,
and there they don't know what happened to her. They don't know if she went back to Paris or if she stayed incognito somewhere else, changed her name. She had the money to do what she wanted to do.
So to give you guys an idea of why I'm so surprised about this, so the North Shore, what Howard's talking about, is there's about a 30-mile bridge, and I am not exaggerating. It is 26 miles. 24? 24 miles. 24 miles of open water over top of that bridge. So how she got over there is beyond me. But
look, Bond, there's ghost tours going on. I mean, y'all getting a free ghost tour.
Hi, Jackie.
I'm telling you the story, and y'all ain't got to pay crap. Now you're like, Howard knows this shit.
So, and honestly, folks, like I thought, like this whole, like it'd be really warm here. Got a nice little breeze going through
They
here.
got your cool front.
Even with all the people here.
If you wanted to see that window, that one that she actually got thrown out of the little slave girl, you can run across the street right quick.
Mackenzie, by the building behind Howard, it's close.
right across the street.
It's for sale. It's actually sold for sale. I'll buy it. Sold. I got $1. Actually, better yet, Brian, we have a new Parapost Central right here.
Right there.
You can buy that for us, we'll man it.
And it's right across from there.
We're just waiting to cross over, folks.
They took that turn wide. Just jump the curb.
Sounds accurate. Follow Howard.
It's the one that's concrete. So, the one there that's concrete. That one.
They didn't know who had actually, what's his name, bought this place. Saying he's an actor. What's his name? Nicolas Cage. He bought this place.
Oh, did he?
And he lost it due to taxes and stuff like that. But when they were refurbishing the place, that's how they found out where all the slaves were. They were buried in the floorboards and in the walls.
So I know we're not here for the actual investigation yet. We're just doing the walking tour. That fourth window, that curtain just fluttered. The one, if you see the little bedding, whatever. You see, Oh, that's why. So if you look, third window in from the right, the curtain's kind of pulled over a little bit. The left side, it looked like somebody just kind of flicked at it. Huh. Well, again, Howard, you said you can't take a run on it. Find somewhere haunted. And by the way, folks, I have no gifts or abilities or any stretch of imagination, but I just noticed that while we were standing here.
I do.
I don't know if
There's nobody here.
okay, so there is nobody there. It looks like all the lights are out, except for up top. We got a light on upstairs. But anyway. All right. Where are we off to next, brother?
I'm trying to get to, make sure I get to the right page. And it doesn't just
This video? All right. Yeah, follow Howard again. All right.
There's a big dip there.
There you go. You want to touch the building so you can actually say you touched the Lori Mansion? Yeah. Sorry, folks. The Wicked Queen is just, she loves this place. Say Wiccan. All right.
Yeah, they should have opened it. It still don't matter. They should have opened it.
Haunted Bubbles.
Yeah, haunted bubbles.
Haunted Bubbles. Oh. Something shiny for the consultant.
I would remember all the way up there.
The consultant found something shiny. Again,
There's
folks,
another
oh yeah,
carriage
carriage entrance.
entrance. There's a lot of them.
Again, folks, if you are tuning in and you're expecting an investigation, you're welcome to come back. Actually, stick around because right after this, we have another team that will be investigating, and then we will be back at 12 midnight to investigate Voodoo Authentica with Paranormal Swamp Investigations, and it's going to be a blast. You are looking somewhere else. With what? That's right, with Papa Czar. He is, well, actually, Howard, I'll let you explain Papa Czar.
Papa Czar is a vampire. He's also a voodoo priest. And he's been on television. He's been on a couple of shows already. He's a well-known vampire. He drinks blood. So he does drink blood. Actually, I can't help him. Really nice job. That's I can say. I don't want to be on the bad side because he is a voodoo priest.
And again, folks, if you're watching this again, thank you so much for the support for 12 Ghost Hunt and these teams and these locations. Please do not forget to share, like, and follow along and support not just us, but everybody, because together we can make this. We got to touch the wall. Hold on. Touching the wall.
Yeah, this
Actually, it's warm.
this is where apparently babies were buried.
That is warm. But anyway, like I was saying, about supporting everybody in this field, and these locations. So, please do. Please share. Please like. Please follow. And during these investigations, if you do hear or see anything, by all means, please comment down below, and we will try to get to them, and we'll make sure the teams can see them as well.
Jen says I read somewhere that it's a second home and no one lives there full time. I'm assuming the Lord
The
Mansion.
Lori Mansion. So, Howard, we just got some info. Apparently, that the Lori Mansion is actually a second home. Nobody is living there currently. Okay. So there you go, Jen. Your resources are correct.
Summer home.
It's always summer down here. Always for us.
It's a summer home for the person who bought it.
On his painter sheet. Hotel Royal. Look inside of that place. That place looks
Ritzy.
stunning.
Ritzy. It's like those. It's like those hotels in Virginia Beach.
Translation, too expensive for us.
Balthazar is a voodoo priest and a vampire. Yeah.
Yeah, you will be meeting him later on, folks, for the investigation. There's more haunted bubbles. Oh, look, orbs. Howard, there's orbs. Look at all the orbs. I couldn't help myself. Oddly enough, Howard and I have yet to be arrested yet. No, he's still young. Andrew Jackson Hotel.
Yeah, right there.
I found my store. I found my store. The Idea Factory. I haven't. They got a lot.
Yeah, ideas.
They got a lot of ideas. Oh. There, we're done. We found them. Found the ghost. We're done. Nicholas. Caitlin. All right. Oh, we're crossing over. Cornstalk Hotel. Oh, look at this. There's Jackie. Jackie's coming. Coming, Jackie.
You know, so got big like BBC, Marriott.
That sounds familiar. For those of you watching, I hope you're really enjoying this little bit of a different stream for the Global Ghost Hunt. I know we always do investigations, but again, we wanted to do something a little bit different. We wanted to show the beautiful side of the city, the haunted locations, the options, and the people. And to me, it hasn't disappointed.
Now we can find the prostitute.
Found one. One's walking right in front of me. Yeah. Jackie got it.
Do you think somebody will ask him to strip because he has a shirt that says stripper?
Maybe. Maybe we'll just go to him and go prove it.
I don't know. He seemed very flaming, so maybe if he had enough drinks in him, he would.
Well, most of us are like that.
I'm not.
I said most. I just can't get over the architecture and like the home and stuff. Like, it is just gorgeous, folks. How's video quality looking?
I don't know. Brian hasn't said anything to me, so
Brian, we still looking good on your
I'm assuming I'm doing a good job. I would hope so, otherwise he would tell me otherwise.
You good? Back to bourbon.
Thank you. I do my best to be the best camera person I can be.
Kimberly.
Yeah, he said looks great.
Okay. I just know it's starting to get dark out, so I just wanted to make sure you can still see all right.
There's
folks.
still a lot of lights. There's like lights up there. There's like little dim lights everywhere, but there's lights. Hey, look, more bubbles.
More herbs? Oh, there's more herbs.
We're at a standstill right now.
Yeah. It's like we're on a treasure hunt.
Scavenger hunt.
Hey, Howard. Can you just stop? We can end it. Yeah, before we get down into all the noises. Yeah, so we're gonna end this part one right now, folks, just because it is getting a little on the darker side. We are gonna get back into the noise and to the chaos. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching tonight. I want to thank Howard. Thank you so much, brother, for showing us around.
Thank you.
Jackie, thanks for making sure we didn't end up in handcuffs. Appreciate it. So, guys, we will see you guys at midnight Eastern time at Voodoo Authentica. So don't go anywhere, because here in just a few short minutes, you will be able to see another team, somebody else. I'm not going to give it away because what fun would that be? So stay tuned. Check out Global Ghost Hunt, and a huge shout out to Parapost, Paralinks, and all you guys who support us. So much love, everybody. And as always, happy hauntings.